want to put the statement by President Trump up on the screen. He says in a Truth Social post, "We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter." I'm here with CNN's Jeremy Diamond in Tel Aviv. Obviously, Jeremy, this is something that we have been waiting for and watching for. We got the word earlier today that B-2s were in the air. There has been some reporting they're heading toward Guam. We don't know exactly what aircraft were used in this. They said a full payload of bombs, which there had been a lot of discussion about how many of these bunker buster bombs would be required to really damage Fordo facility. Unclear if just one would be enough. He says bombs. It sounds like there were multiple strikes.
Yeah, and you know, even as he is talking about multiple nuclear sites in Iran, the one to key in on is the Fordo facility, because we know that that is the facility that is buried deep beneath a mountain in Iran that would require those B-2 bombers and would require those 30,000 pound bombs to be dropped over that facility. And most experts have estimated that it would take multiple bombing runs to actually get to the depth required to destroy that facility in Fordo, and it appears that the United States has now carried out that strike. The question, as you said, how many runs did it take? Were they able to destroy it completely? You know, we don't know that yet. We don't have that battle damage assessment that they need to
We should also point out the Natanz facility, according to the IAEA and others, that was damaged by Israeli authorities. That was damaged early on in Israel's actions against Iran. The exact level of damage was not clear. There were some initial reports that perhaps the damage was worse than it actually was. The electrical supply to the centrifuges at the Natanz facility were cut. That electrical supply was cut. I spoke to the head of the IAEA who said he believed that would have caused some of the centrifuges in that Natanz facility to spin out of control and probably go offline and be damaged. But again, it seemed like Fordo had not really been directly hit as far as we know.
That's right. The Israelis had primarily focused their attention on the Natanz facility. We know that they had done extensive damage to the above ground facilities, some damage to the below ground facilities, and then as well some damage to Isfahan as well, although they left a lot of that untouched. Some of that, according to experts who I've spoken to, may stem from the risk of radiation that could stem from, you know, if you hit that facility very hard. The Fordo facility, they didn't seem to really strike that, the Israelis themselves, and that reflected the fact that they knew that in order to actually get to that facility, you would need those GBU-57s, which are those enormous 30,000-pound bunker-busting bombs.
Which, by the way, have never actually been used in combat, and certainly not in a situation like this.
That's right. I mean, the United States has used a lesser bomb known as the mother of all bombs, which is in Afghanistan. That bomb is actually not the mother of all bombs if you consider the GBU-57, because it is smaller than this 30,000-pound bunker-busting bomb, which would, every expert has said, would be the bomb that you would use for the Fordo facility. At this stage, we don't know that they have actually used that. We don't have confirmation from the military, but presumably that would indeed be the weapon of choice for this facility.
The thing about those bombs is that they can penetrate deep through concrete, deep through fortifications. The question is, would you need to hit with multiple of those bombs in the exact same spot to really get to the depths that we're talking about? I mean, there's estimates of how deep the Fordo facility goes, and I've seen a variety of them, but it's extensive. I mean, it is very deep in this mountain.
Without a doubt. And you not only have the mountainous structure, you know, the natural fortification that is provided in this facility, but there's also been some analysis that there is likely some reinforced concrete as well. So you have the mountain itself, but then you may also have reinforced fortifications for this facility itself, and that's why most experts have said it would likely take multiple runs of these GBU-57s, known as these 30,000-pound bunker-busting bombs, to be dropped over this facility. I do think that it is interesting that we are also talking about U.S. strikes, according to the president, on these 2 other nuclear facilities as well. And that, all the attention has been focused on this Fordo facility, which is where the United States was needed in order to destroy that facility. But the fact that President Trump authorized strikes on these two other nuclear facilities as well indicates that he really wanted to make sure that this job was done. And this is an attempt by the United States, by President Trump, to truly eliminate the entire Iranian nuclear program, and that just cannot be understated.
Particularly the site at Isfahan. My understanding is that there were large reservoirs of nuclear fuel there, and that during the initial attack a week ago, that site had not been struck, and there had been some thought that perhaps that was intentional to kind of give options to the Iranians.
That's right.
Kind of a window to have a diplomatic effort.
I mean, we haven't even talked yet about the enormous head fake here from President Trump. I mean, in just the last few days, President Trump talked about giving the Iranians 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks for diplomacy to run its course.
He always said within 2 weeks. But
within 2 weeks.
The headline was 2 weeks.
But that was the headline, and the impression that he was giving was that there was time. He was giving the impression that there was time to negotiate a deal with Iran, and now he has decided to take military action. And the question is, when he talked about nearly 2 weeks, was he indeed trying to give the Iranians that impression in order to be able to carry out these strikes without the Iranians knowing that it was coming?
Some of the guests that we have had on over the last several days have raised the possibility that this was kind of a head fake. There was also that diplomatic effort, meeting of foreign ministers in Geneva yesterday. One could make the argument perhaps he wanted to see if anything would actually come out of that. It certainly didn't seem like that ended with any movement toward a sign that Iran was really serious about negotiations. I want to go to CNN's Elena Treen, who joins us now, and also Natasha Bertrand, who's on the phone. Elena, can you just talk about the statement that the president has made? Who have you seen coming in and out of the White House this evening in the last few hours?
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously an incredibly significant move here by the White House, really just saying that they have moved forward in striking these 3 Iranian nuclear facilities, really trying to aid the Israelis in their goal of wiping out Iran's entire nuclear program. Notable as well that he thanked American warriors and said there's not another military in the world that could have done this, also saying that all planes are now outside of Iranian airspace. Now, to give you some context, the president did land back at the White House. He was at his club in New Jersey about a little bit over around 2 hours ago now, and he went right into the West Wing to meet with his national security team. We spotted some of them coming in, including CIA Director John Ratcliffe, someone who's been very influential, we're told, behind the scenes in briefing the president, but also laying out different options he could take here. We also spotted moments ago Secretary of State Marco Rubio just outside the West Wing on the phone. Look, the president, the Marine, is still out there continuing to huddle with his national security officials as he released this statement. But I think we can't understate how big of a move this is, especially as we know that the president, I had been told repeatedly in my conversations this week with White House officials, really struggling with this decision of whether or not to move forward with U.S. strikes or just continue to try and see if there could be some diplomatic solution. Clearly, tonight he has moved forward and showed that he has made his decision, and they have already completed these strikes and gotten out of the Iranian airspace.
Elena Treen from the White House, thanks very much. I want to go to retired General Mark Kimmitt, who is joining us. General Kimmitt, I'm wondering what you make of this announcement by the president and the decision to act now.
Well, I'm fascinated, and candidly, I'm impressed. I never really could understand what the 2-week pause meant or what it was for. What was left to negotiate? What were we going to expect the Iranians to offer? In many ways, it was much like a Trump deal. I mean, he's trying to make a deal to buy an apartment, but all of a sudden the apartment was destroyed. So where's the negotiation? So I think the use of deception and trickery in this case, first of all, was successful, but second of all, saved the potential loss of American lives.
Let me ask you, just in terms of like bomb damage assessment, how long will that take? I don't know if that's something the U.S. does, if Israel is doing that, or some combination thereof.
Well, you can anticipate that every intelligence gathering asset that the United States has, from satellite to communications intelligence to human intelligence, is now focused at least on Fordow to make sure that they have an accurate reading of what damage has been done to that site and if there's going to be a need for attack or reattack.